Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to another Wild Rift video, and in today's video I'll be showing you guys a new tier list for every single role in the game. And yet again, a lot has changed, especially in the mid lane. So there's timestamps in the description to skip out to the parts that you want to see, mid lane, baron lane, whatever. But before getting into the tier list, I want to give a shout out to a YouTuber, which is Ignite Wild Rift. Guys, so as you can see, HellsDevil out of context compilations. This is what a lot of people wanted to see. So let's just take a look at one of the out of context compilations that he has made. Let's take a look at how
When
funny
she
it
shoots
is.
her balls at you, you can dodge her balls super easily, and then you can put the 3 balls of your second ability around you too, and smash your balls on her face.
Oh man, no. Come on, Ignite, come on. What, bro? What?
Bigger, to get a barrier.
Where did he get?
And then you are gonna absolutely smack her, man. Like, your balls are way better than her balls.
Oh man, how do you do? Okay, this is just this is amazing. This is so funny, man.
I don't know.
So guys, if you want to see more of that, I'm sorry. If you want to see more of that, I'll put a link to his channel in the description. He has a lot more out of context, and he's making some. So check it out, guys. Go show him some love. Give the videos a like, give them comments. Just go show us some love. So, okay, on to the tier list now. Baron lane. So Baron lane actually hasn't changed a lot. It's just my my experience with Baron lane, and I found these 4 are the absolute best Baron laners. Garen is still the best. Garen is amazing at 1v1s. Garen can completely demolish team fights. The best frontliner. Everything is good on Garen. He has no weakness except for Vayne. Only Vayne is his weakness, but if there is no Vayne, he's a powerhouse. Fiora, the best split pusher in the game, guys. When you get teleport boots on Fiora, the best split pusher in the game, and you're just incredibly powerful in 1v1 situations. You can win lane easily. Late game, you're super powerful. Like, all in all, Fiora is amazing. Gragas, Gragas is the good old Gragas. Even with the nerfs, tank Gragas is broken. Ability power Gragas would be on the S tier, maybe even A tier. It's not as strong, but it's okay. You know what? If this video reaches, let's say, 2,000 likes, I am gonna make a full ability power Gragas video. So if you want to see that, make sure you give a like to the video. Camille, so about Camille, this is a very high skill cap champion, but if you really know how to play Camille, she is S plus tier. Like, if you're actually really good at Camille, she's even better than Garen, really. Her carry potential in the late game is the best out of all these other champions. She can absolutely hard carry a game if you hit your hooks, hit your ultimate at the right targets, your second ability, everything. Like, all her abilities, if you can properly hit them on the enemies, she is actually broken. But on a normal Camille, still S plus tier. Renekton, way better than you think. Tank Malphite, amazing. Riven, yeah, the tier list actually has Riven now. I don't actually have to use the green foot anymore. So Riven is also very powerful, and I feel like she's underrated because not that many people play her. But damn, guys, in the late game, her dash is on such a low cooldown. Like, well, not only her dash, all her abilities are on such a low cooldown. Like, you can be incredibly annoying on Riven, guys. I want to talk about Darius too, guys. Rest in peace, Darius. Rest in peace, Darius. Can we type a rest in peace, Darius, in the comments? Because I really want to pay my respects to Darius. I have played so much Darius, but I never thought that Darius would ever be even close to the B tier. I almost put him in the B tier. So guys, please, let's pay some respect to my boy Darius. Unfortunately, I haven't played him for weeks, and he just can't do anything anymore. His passive is like almost useless, really. I want to talk about Akali too. Akali is really good in the mid lane, but not in the Baron lane. Akali is only good against squishy targets, so you never want to pick her up against like a Garen or Fiora or something. You are gonna get demolished with the new Akali. Okay, on to the jungle tier list. So the jungle tier list has changed quite a bit because of nerfs and buffs. So the S plus tier is Lee Sin, Camille, Kha'Zix, these 3, very powerful junglers. Like Kha'Zix and Lee Sin, very powerful early and mid game. Camille, very powerful in the late game. But Evelynn, guys, it's true that they nerfed Evelynn's ultimate. You cannot execute dragons and barons anymore. So Evelynn is not the champion that can just go in and steal a dragon anymore. She just can't do that anymore. But guys, Evelyn, regardless of all the nerfs that she keeps getting, she is still in the S plus tier because it's Evelyn, guys. She's still very powerful. Another notable champion is Rengar. Now, I almost put Rengar in the S plus tier. It's just, he is very powerful if you pick him in the right draft. But if you don't pick him in the right draft, like if you pick him against tanky champions, he cannot really do anything. But if you pick him against squishy champions, he is very powerful, guys. So Fizz jungle, I want to say he's overhyped. Definitely overhyped. I see a lot of people say, yeah, he's very good, blah, blah, blah. I mean, he's not that good, really. He can get countered really, really effectively by Irelia, by Diana, by Galio, by these support champions that can just, Janna, Lulu, that can give shields to their ADC. Basically, he is really good. It's really good in jungle, but it's not that good, guys. There are better options. Wukong, very powerful jungler, guys. Very, very powerful jungler. And Riven, I also want to talk about Riven. Not that good, guys. Really, she's good in the Baron lane, but not that good in the jungle. She's just not that good at ganking. It's true that she has a lot of CC, but actually getting to the enemy is really hard for her. Like, to get to the enemy very fast, right? Like, Lee Sin can jump immediately to them. Camille can hook to them. Kha'Zix can jump to them. Evelyn is invisible. Vi can dash them. You guys get the point, right? All these champions in the S plus and the S tier have some sort of really good engaging or dashing or surprise element that allows them to gank lanes very effectively. Now Riven doesn't have that, unfortunately, as you may know. Xin Zhao is questionable. Xin Zhao is better than he used to be, but still, he's just not that good. I would say that you could pick Xin Zhao if the enemy has like a lot of range. If they have a lot of range champions that want to deal damage from a range, Xin Zhao's ultimate can be somewhat powerful, but still, not really. Xin Zhao is just not that powerful, guys. Okay, on to the mid lane tier list. And what? What am I seeing? The S plus tier is empty. This is the first time that the S plus tier has ever been empty in the mid lane, guys. Let me explain. So, in my opinion, mid lane is quite balanced now. Not as balanced as it should be, but it is like there are so many good options in the mid lane. So let me explain. Katarina used to be, beyond a doubt, S plus tier. But they gave her a nerf. They nerfed like 10% of her damage or something. It's crazy. So that actually makes her balanced. She's not bad. She is balanced because of the huge nerf. Like, she got a huge nerf, really. And yeah, Katarina is definitely like still good. And if you're a one-trick Katarina, she's still gonna dominate the lane. But if you're just a casual Katarina, she is still just really good. Solid pick. Diana is the best mid laner, guys. Even though she received a nerf, other mid laners received an even harsher nerf. So she is... Whoa. So she is the best mid lane right now. Irelia, guys, Irelia. This is a very, very interesting mid laner. As I said in my latest tier list, I think this champion is underrated and people still have to learn her. I almost put her in the S plus tier, but I felt like it's a little too early to do that because it's true, she has a very high skill cap, and I feel like if people get really good at her, she could potentially be S plus tier. Like, maybe in the next tier list, we will see. But I'm saying it right now. If you're already pretty good at Irelia, one trick her. Get insanely good at her and you are going to be able to rank up really fast. Akali in the mid lane, S tier, guys. She is such a good assassin, and especially with the latest changes, she's even better at assassinating now. She has less sustained damage now with her first ability, but her assassination potential has gone up. So she deals more burst damage, which is actually crazy to think of, guys. Ziggs, still S tier. But the thing is, Ziggs is like kind of hard to play in solo queue. You have to have quite a coordinated team to have Ziggs in the S tier, because your team should like let you poke the enemy and not fully engage. So they kind of have to understand what you want to do. Galio, S tier. And the thing is with Galio, you only want to pick him against these ability power assassins. Or any ability power melee character, like Fizz, like Katarina, like Akali, like Evelyn. If enemies pick these types of champions, pick Galio. You are gonna counter them and you're gonna provide a lot of value to your team. But if the enemy picks ranged champions and attack damage champions, don't pick Galio. He's useless against that. So pick him against these ability power assassins to just completely negate their damage, completely dominate the lane, and counter them in team fights as well. Twisted Faith, very powerful, very, very powerful, especially with his buff to his attack speed as well. And let's talk about Ari. Ari received a nerf. I mean, I don't want to say that the nerf hurt her a lot. It's just that she got an armor nerf. So the enemy ADC is gonna hit you quite a lot harder, you know? And Ari is just not gonna be that good. She wasn't even that good. I don't even know why they nerfed her. Maybe she was good in low elo. But like Ari is definitely good, but not amazing. That's the thing. And with the armor nerf, it's even worse. So definitely still viable, but not that good. Orianna is very solid, but she takes quite a long time to scale into the late game. It's true, if you get to the late game with Orianna, she is actually S plus tier, like legit. But getting to that late game is very rough on Orianna. The other mid laners are just gonna demolish her. Okay, on to the Dragon Lane tier list. And honestly, I'm not gonna say too much about this one because it hasn't changed. It's exactly the same as what it used to be. Kai'Sa, Ezreal. I want to talk about Varus though. There is one change. So in my latest tier list, I talked about Varus and about ability power Varus being OP. Now, I got some of my friends like Joey Skax, Excoundrel, It's Stewart, Mozilla, whatever, all these friends of mine in my Discord server. They told me like, hey, you said that ability power Varus is good, but not poke Varus, full lethality Varus, full flat armor penetration Varus. And I back then I disagreed with them, but after playing Varus, more Varus myself, like I tested ability power Varus and I played a lot of full armor penetration Varus, and I want to say that I was wrong. And it definitely like full lethality Varus, which means Duskblade of Draktar, Yumo's Ghostblade, just basically armor penetration, flat armor penetration, is the thing that's S tier. Not ability power Varus, guys. This is very, very powerful. And I'm working on a new video for you guys. I already have a Varus video. If you want to see it, just look up HellsDevil Varus and you'll see it. But I'm going to make a new one. Don't worry, guys. Yeah, I'm not going to talk too much about this one. It's still the same. Quite still the meta. Kai'Sa, Ezreal, Jinx, Varus, Xayah. This is the meta for ADC, guys. Okay, support tier list. Now this one changed as well. Janna received a nerf. Her second ability deals less damage now, and that makes Braum better than her. It's not a huge nerf. It's just like she cannot be super annoying anymore with her second ability. And Braum is Braum, guys. He's very, very powerful. I made a Braum video yesterday if you want to see it. Like you can matter so much for your team as a Braum. It's so powerful. And I still have Leona in the S tier. I should probably make a Leona video because I don't see Leona in my games. I don't get why. This champion is so strong. She is on top of the S tier. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to make a Leona video very soon. I'm going to do it because I need to prove it to you guys, it seems like. Because people just don't seem to understand. My hair looks so idiotic. But people don't seem to understand that Leona is broken. Now, I want to talk about Lulu though. Lulu is only S tier if you pick her with Jinx. Lulu Jinx. Otherwise, she is A tier. She's just like here. I still put her in the S tier because when people pick Lulu, they should pick Jinx. Like, you're kind of trolling if you don't. So that's what I'm saying. Like, Lulu is S tier if you pick her with Jinx. Otherwise, she is A tier. Nami, very solid laner. Very good sustain. Like, your 2v2 potential is very good. Your team fighting potential is very good with your first ability and your ultimate. Like, all in all, a very, very good champion. Galio support, really nice against those ability power assassins, right? Really, really good, but not that good. Like, these are all better than him. Rakan has risen up the tier list because of his recent buffs. He's very powerful in the right hands. Only in the right hands. I have some Rakan videos. You can watch them to see how to play him, right? Alistar has gone down, guys. And it's just Alistar doesn't feel as strong as he used to be anymore. He did get some nerfs to all of his abilities. And Deadman's Plate got a nerf, which is a core item on Alistar. So that kept bringing him down a little, little by little. And people were discovering other supports like Lux. Lux is incredibly powerful. Now you can play Lux two ways. You can play defensive Lux, or like healing and shielding Lux, or you can play aggressive Lux, full damage Lux. I do recommend the healing and shielding one, but the full damage Lux as support can be good as well. Because if you manage to get some kills, your ultimate is gonna deal like crazy amounts of damage in the late game. So keep that in mind. Blitzcrank also perhaps a bit underrated. I'm probably gonna make a Blitzcrank video again. I have some Blitzcrank videos on my channel too. You can look up pretty much any champion and I have a video on them. Rest in peace, the Raven. But yeah, you know, if you want to learn any champion, just look up HellsDevil and then blah blah blah. So I have videos on a lot of champions. Also, I didn't forget Soraka this time. Guys, Soraka sucks. Don't play Soraka. So that was it for the tier list video. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye bye.